Hello there, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome to Diego Knows. I am Diego, and today we're going to talk about Sex and the City, of course, everyone's favorite show. Well, if you're watching this, it's probably one of your favorite shows. All right, it's definitely one of my favorite shows. I love Sex and the City. I thought it was an incredible show. I watched every single episode back when they first came out. And now I'm watching them again because I promised you I was going to review every goddamn episode of this show from beginning to end. When I'm done with all 94 episodes, I am going to do both movies, and then I'm going to go, well, I already reviewed that piece of shit show and Just Like Crap. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to just blow up all your goddamn chick flicks and just ruin them all for you. I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view. That's what I do here, okay? So I'm going to talk about Sex and the City. I'm going to go through every goddamn episode, okay? We're already in season 5 now. Yeah. That's how many episodes I've already done. Season 5, damn. Okay, so we're going to go through all these episodes. I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view. I'm going to be completely honest. I do not censor myself here. If you are easily offended, okay, if you're a snowflake, okay, if you hate men or all that kind of shit, get the fuck out of here, okay? I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, whether you agree with it or not. I have no problem with you disagreeing with me, okay? I know I'm not right about everything, okay? I'm just telling you what I think and what most straight guys think, okay? This show did not concern itself with what I thought, okay? This show was made for you, okay? This show was made for women and gay guys. That's what the show was made for. That was the target audience. That's who they sold this shit to, okay? They didn't sell it to me. If I had been involved in the creative process, it would have been a lot more fucking realistic, let me tell you. It would have been a lot more realistic than this bullshit. But they didn't consult with me or any straight guys for that matter. They just put this fucking show out there. They got the rights from Candace Bushell, who doesn't know a goddamn thing about men. And then they made the show, which was a big hit. Okay, so so I like the show. Don't get me wrong, I love the show. Okay, but they didn't get the straight guys right on the show. That's the only problem I have with the show. So I'm here to set the record straight. Okay, I'm gonna go through every episode. I'm gonna tell you what was realistic and what was not realistic, what from a straight guy's point of view. Okay, I'm not your gay best friend. Okay, I ain't gonna talk about the fucking fashion or the clothes or the shopping or the food or the hotels or any of that fucking shit. What kind of shoes they're wearing? I don't give two fucking shits about that. I'm a fucking guy, for Christ's sake. Okay, I don't give a shit about that. What I do give a shit about is the relationships. Okay, how they date these guys, what these guys are like dating these girls. Okay, and what a guy would think about the girl like these 4 women here. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. And I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go into this thing. All right, let's see if you can handle it, because I don't think you can handle it. Honestly, I don't think you can handle a straight man's point of view. You ladies out there, no, I don't think you can. Honestly, I'm gonna pop your bubble right now, guys. If you're watching this, don't watch this with your girlfriend. Don't watch this with your wife, okay? Because she's gonna make you pause it, and she's gonna say, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And you're gonna have to fucking come up with some bullshit right on the spot. And I don't want to do that to you, okay? Ladies, don't watch this with your guy, okay? Don't watch this with him, okay? Because you're gonna start looking at him like, and I don't want that either, okay? I'm just telling you the truth, okay? So watch this at your own risk. Watch this at your own risk, okay? All right, here we go. All right, so this is Sex and the City. This is the original show. We are in season 5. This is episode 2 of season 5. This episode came out after 9/11 happened, okay? So now I'm pretty sure this season is going to deal with that stuff. Last episode was the first episode of season 5, and they didn't talk about 9/11, but it was a big thing on New York Pride. Like the whole episode was about loving New York, okay? But they had the Navy in there and stuff, but they didn't talk about the elephant in the room. I think it was too soon, okay? And I think it's gonna be too soon here too. All right, they're not. The media wasn't ready to. We saw that shit on the news every day back then. Those of us that were alive back then, we know we saw that shit in the media all the goddamn time. We did not want to see it in our entertainment. Okay, the wounds were still fresh. It was still too soon. Okay. So this episode is called Unoriginal Sin. Unoriginal Sin. Season 5, episode 2 of Sex and the City. Okay. So it starts off with we got Carrie walking around again, of course, like always. She's got short hair. Okay. I really actually like her hair this season so far. She got that short bob haircut, curly, and I've always been attracted to women with hair like that. So I'm gonna call it out. Yeah, her hair looks really good. She looks good. She fucking looks good. Okay. Sarah Jessica Parker looks good here. Okay. Not like the fucking the old crone from Snow White like she does now. But back then, she looked pretty damn good, all right? Even for her age, I think she's like 36. Now, another thing I don't understand, okay, when this show first began, it was 1998, and Carrie was 34 years old. She's only had one birthday, and that was 5 years ago, okay? So you do the math, all right? And that goes for all the women, too. They're all like 35. Yeah, they're all like 35. Like, no one's had a birthday. They've all had one birthday in the past 5 years. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Yeah. I wonder how that worked out. All right. Oh, anyway. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so she's got nice short hair. She's complaining about being in relationships, about not being in a relationship. She talks to all the girls, her girlfriends. You know, she asks them, "What about Randall the Sandal?" I guess she dated some guy that wore sandals. His name was Randall. Get it, Randall the Sandal. Okay. And Samantha admits to not reading her column, you know, which kind of sucks for Carrie. She assumed that all of her friends read her column every week, and they don't. Samantha's never read it. Or she hasn't read it in a long time. Well, you got to remember, Carrie writes a sex advice column, basically. Okay, and of course, Samantha's the queen of sex. She already knows everything. She should be writing that column, in her opinion, not Carrie. You know, she knows more than Carrie. She's fucked more guys than Carrie, so she knows everything about fucking relationships and about men, right? Wrong. Actually, Samantha knows the least about men, okay? And we're going to get to that. All right. Don't tell her that. She won't believe you. Okay, Samantha admits to not reading her column. She has nothing to write about. Carrie has nothing to write about. She's scared. Her editor called, and she's afraid that she's going to get her column canceled in the newspaper. And she's going to be out of a job, and she's really scared about that. Job security is a big deal right now, like it was back then. You know, like after 9/11, a lot of people were out of work. You know, and Carrie's a lot of people were moving out of New York too. Like Big already moved out of New York. All right, so a lot of people were moving out of New York back then, and Carrie's afraid that, you know, she's going to be unemployed real soon. You know, she hasn't gotten laid, so now she's going to get laid off. She got nothing to write about. She cannot think of a topic for her column. Okay, and she's afraid that she's going to lose her job over this. All right, so she's afraid to talk to her editor. She's been blowing him off. Okay, she has nothing to write about, and she's afraid they're going to cancel her column. Carrie's like, I'm not getting laid, so it means I'm getting laid off. Okay, I'm writing about fucking the perfect French fry, for Christ's sake. You know, in my sock drawer. I'm writing about French fries in my sock drawer. People with real jobs are getting let go. And Samantha's like, you know, yeah, socks in the city. Yeah, it wasn't funny. All right, Shara says like, well, you know, we need to find some men. Let's find some men. Miranda's like, there are no men anymore. No, there's no fuck. Men don't want you, Miranda. There's a difference between men not wanting you and there being no men. Okay, there is a difference, Miranda. Okay. Okay, and Samantha's like, I'm back with Richard. Now, Richard, if you all remember, Richard was her boyfriend that she caught eating out another girl. So she fucking had this mental breakdown, and she started fucking harassing him and assaulting him and all sorts of shit last episode. I'm not getting into it here, but the point is that he's been blowing up her phone, trying to get her to take him back. And she's been blowing him off, but she really misses him because he's a player like she is. He fucks a lot of women. He brags about it. He's an egomaniac, you know. He's all full of himself. And as great as he is, he can't fucking, he has no money. Even though he lives in a penthouse. And the reason I know he has no money is because he wears the same fucking clothes every fucking time we look at him. He's wearing the exact same fucking outfit that he's been wearing since last season. He never changes his fucking clothes. These fucking bitches on this show, yes, I call them bitches, okay? These bitches I love them though. These bitches on the show, okay, they change their outfits 5-6 times an episode. But the guys don't. The guys wear the same fucking shit for fucking 6, 7, 8 months. They don't change their fucking clothes, okay? And Richard is no different. Get it? Richard, his name is Richard Wright. Get it? Get it? Mr. Wright? Get it? Okay, Dick Wright? Get it? Okay, so he does not change his clothes at all, okay? He always wears the dark blue suit with the open white collar shirt. Every fucking time we see him, he's wearing the exact same thing. Doesn't matter what he's doing. He could be eating, he could be at a restaurant, he could be at a nightclub, he could be at work, he could be fucking in bed, okay, he could be in the bathroom, he could be taking a shit. He's always wearing the exact same fucking thing. A black fucking suit with a white open collar shirt. No tie. All right. So that's going on here. She tells the girls that she's back with Richard. They're all shocked because they all know she talked a lot about how he cheated on her. So they're like, "What? You mean Richard, the one whose death we've been plotting?" Is that funny, ladies? Is that really funny? I know gay guys and feminists wrote this episode. They write every episode, but when you fantasize about killing your former partner, you know, I know that a lot of chick flicks think it's funny, you know, and there's that one I can think about with, I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one, you've seen it, it's the one with Cameron Diaz and fucking the girl with the big titties and fucking Judd Apatow's fucking wife, I forgot her. Anyway, the 3 women, they're all dating the same guy and they didn't know about it, and they fucking basically kick his ass throughout the whole movie. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, there's nothing really funny about that. I don't think it's funny to plot your ex-boyfriend's demise that way. We're going to kill him. You know, we're going to find ways to kill him. You know, well, what if it was the other way around? Okay. What if you were the one that cheated and him and all his guy friends came up with ways to kill you? Okay, that wouldn't be a comedy show, would it? No, that'd be a fucking like a crime drama, right? That'd be something out of fucking CSI or fucking Law and Order, wouldn't it? Exactly. Okay, so I don't see why it's permissible for women to make jokes about killing their men in their lives or the former men in their lives. Okay, but when guys do it, it's considered fucking a crime drama. It's a misogyny. It's fucking that's bullshit. I think it's wrong. I called it out back then. I'm calling it out right now. It's even gotten worse now. Okay, but anyway, so that's going on here. Okay, she just I guess we see Richard talk to the camera. He's like, "I've never known anyone like you, Samantha. I guess I just got in over my head, and I got scared, and that's why I acted that way. But I'll never do that to you again, because I love you. I'm so in love with you. And if you believe that, I got a bridge I want to sell you." Okay, so she fantasizes Richard apologizing to her, and Carrie's like, you might have to be there around the clock to make sure he doesn't get scared again. Okay, because she was, yeah, she does that. He was, yeah, I know. Gross, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's gross to do that. It ain't gross to do the real thing. Hey, I'm Mexican. Okay, anyway, hey, we're not talking about that, though. We're not talking about that. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so that's going on here. And Carrie's like, you might have to be there with him around the clock for the next time he gets scared. Samantha's like, being scared is not easy for a man to admit. So now she's fucking making excuses for him. Who the fuck is this woman, man? This ain't the fucking boss bitch Samantha that we all know and love. This is fucking a spousal abuse to Samantha. What the fuck, man? This is like fucking Farrah Fawcett in The Burning Bed. Just fucking making excuses for her husband beating the shit out of her. God damn. She being scared is not easy for a man to admit, okay? Miranda's like, so he should get a medal for correctly identifying the feeling? I feel pissed off. Ta-da! Where's my medal? Samantha's like, I'm not an idiot. Well, you're acting like one right now, Samantha. You really are. She's like, I understand that Rich is a charming, successful man, and interesting pussy might just come across his way every once in a while. And he just might fall. And Kira's like, what, fall into it? into another pussy? Hey, yeah, it could happen. Hey, he's got a high sexual market value, man. Richard's no joke, man. That's the kind of guy that a lot of women want to be with. Let's face it, okay? The women on the show, they're not getting hit on by fucking guys that work at rental car companies. Okay, they're not getting hit on by fucking cooks at McDonald's. Okay, they're not getting hit on by fucking bus drivers. Okay, or any of the other million fucking normal jobs that normal people have every day. No, these women, when they get hit on, all the guys that hit on them are all fucking successful corporate attorneys. They're all investment bankers. They're all successful architects. Okay, they're all successful authors. Okay, they run a shitload of fucking hotels. Okay, they're born into multimillionaires. They own condos in downtown Manhattan. Okay, those are the only type of guys that hit on these women. Okay, because if I was one of those guys, I would only be hitting on the fucking middle-aged 30 and 40-year-old women that are out there. I would not be hitting on all the sexy fucking 19 and 22-year-old girls that would actually be impressed by my accomplishments and my wealth, rather than just treat me like I'm another fucking dick, like a disposable vibrator. Okay, see? Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. But thank God I'm full of shit, right? And this show's getting it right. Okay, they know what they're talking about. Okay, so Samantha says, I'm not an idiot. I understand that Richard has women hitting on him all the time, And by the way, if he does fall down and cheat on me, it's just sex. And nobody is perfect. And you know what? And Samantha's got this earring going on here. It's like a double C earring. It looks weird. It's just flopping around while she's talking, Okay, it's just a flaw for him, okay? Some women can't get their husbands to pick up the dry cleaning. I know he loves me. I don't even believe this shit, okay? I believe he's sorry, and I know that he will try his best. Okay, now this is coming from a woman that's fucking fucked like 5,000 guys, all right? And she's worried about his infidelity. Yeah, she's worried about his infidelity, okay? So where was all this? This is something I want to know, Samantha. Where the fuck was all this newfound moralistic relationship advice when Carrie was fucked up with Big? Huh? Where the fuck was all this advice you're giving right now? Okay, when she was scared about Big breaking her heart. Or Aiden. Where was all this fucking advice? It wasn't there. You know why it wasn't there? Because you just fucking made it up. That's why. And I will give credit to Kim Cattrall. Okay, when she's playing Samantha, saying these fucking lines, it does look like Samantha is trying to convince herself of this shit as well. Not just the women at the table. She's actually trying to like, she's saying this out loud to try to convince herself that it's true, okay? So I'll give her props for the acting, okay? It is kind of tongue-in-cheek. You can kind of tell that she doesn't 100% believe the bullshit that she's spouting, but, you know, I think it's just her pride, you know? Fairness, okay. Carrie's like, you know, new column, Desperate Women Who Will Believe Anything. I think that'll be the title for my new column, Samantha. Okay. Steve and Miranda, they baby-proof the apartment. Steve wants to baptize the baby. It would mean a lot to him and his ma. Okay, Miranda's not religious at all. She doesn't fucking want to do it. But Steve's not religious either. It's just a little fucking ceremony, you know. It'll make her mom feel better. That way she'll know that her grandkid ain't going to hell, you know. And Steve's like, you know, we just baby-proof the apartment, but you won't let a priest sprinkle some holy water on our baby? You know, just in case there is a hell, you know. Miranda's like, this is why I did not want you to be involved in the baby's life. A stupid ceremony just to make your ma happy. Yeah, lovable Miranda as always, right? Always thinking about others, you know. And Steve's like, what's wrong with a little party? They'll give us some money and there'll be lots of cake there. It'll be fun, you know. Meanwhile, Samantha and Richard, they talk about what the girls told her, okay, about what the girls told Samantha about him, okay? And I gotta say this, I love James Remar. He plays it up really well. Okay, this scene they get right, okay? They get the scene right, okay? She's like, you know, Carrie doesn't think I should be back with you. All my girlfriends are saying that you're just some fucking male whore and you're just gonna break my heart and I shouldn't even give you the time of day because you're a piece of shit asshole womanizer. And Richard says, well, you know, I'm not dating your friends, and I don't give two fucking shits what they think about me. They got it right. They got it right. That's exactly what I would say if my girlfriend told me that shit. Yes, there was, I think I smell testosterone. I think I smell testosterone somewhere. Oh, maybe it's just me. We'll see. Okay. He's like, I got a surprise for you, Samantha. And he pulls out this little box, and then there's a diamond ring in there. It's like an apology ring, I guess. You know, he's like, oh, don't worry. It's not for that finger. It's for the other finger. You know? So, of course, you know, fucking Samantha just has an orgasm just looking at this fucking ring. Yeah, pretty much, you know. You know, that way, when you flip me off, something beautiful and sparkly to look at. Okay, that was not realistic. That was fucking stupid. That was stupid as shit. Okay, and the gay guy wrote that line. All right. Okay, but Samantha's happy, so I guess that's what matters, right? Okay, so Carrie can't come up with a topic for her column. So her and Charlotte are sitting outside at some table, and they're looking at all the fucking guys that walk by, and they're making a check mark on all the guys that they would fuck that walk by their table. Yeah, I know. You know what? You know, we do this too, man. But we keep it up here. We don't fucking write it. We don't leave a paper trail, okay? You know, we don't keep score, okay? When we see hot women walking by us, we don't keep score. Which ones we fuck, okay? We keep it up here. There's no reason for us to fucking keep score, all right? This is fucking stupid. This is the shit women do. Guys don't do this shit, all right? We keep it all up here. Okay, for a column. Charlotte and Carrie are sitting around. They're scoping for men. They're keeping score, like I said. I guess Charlotte got 8 out of 32, and Carrie got 0. And she's like, what about the cute guy with the dog? She's like, I don't like dogs. I don't like Dachshunds. Okay? Men and Dachshunds should never go together. You know, like that stupid shit that girls talk about. I don't fucking know, okay? Okay, like I said, they're grading all the men that walk by. And Carrie says something like, you know, men who are too good looking are no good in bed. And you know why? Because they don't have to be. Well, you know what? Then don't fucking date good-looking men. But then you're not going to do that, are you? No. Now I'm going to see you fucking walking around with fucking Ernest Borgnine or Ed Asner, are you? No, or Jack Black. All right, well, maybe Jack Black because he's famous, okay? But if he wasn't famous, if Jack Black worked at a fucking Subway, would you go on a date with him? Fuck no, you wouldn't, okay? So no. Okay, in bed, okay, because they never had to be. Okay, well, you know, there's a little bit of truth in that, you know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I mean, you know, we see all these women go crazy over guys like, you know, like Johnny Depp, for example, okay? Look how many women fucked him over. Look at Amber Heard, fucked him over, okay? I don't think Amber Heard would have fucked over Johnny Depp as hard. And no slight against Johnny Depp. He really didn't do anything wrong, okay? I fucking hate Amber Heard, Amber Turd, okay? But, like, do you really think that if Johnny Depp had been this fucking great Casanova in bed, like he was in Don Juan DeMarco, do you really think she would have fucked him over this way? Probably not. Probably not. I think that maybe a lot of guys out there that have a high sexual market value because of their looks are probably not good in bed because they get fucked over all the time too, you know? So it's like, you know, look at Tom Cruise, man. I mean, that fucker got cheated on by every fucking woman he's been with, okay? Even Sylvester Stallone, my idol, got cheated on by several women that he dated, specifically Bridget Nielsen, okay? She cheated on him with Eddie Murphy, okay? Like, what the fuck, you know? I mean, so, you know, a lot of these guys out there, you know, if they get cheated on, they're probably not good in bed. They're probably not, you know? I mean, that's what the women will say. You know, anyway, so, yeah, who knows? Who knows? There might be some truth to that. You know, the better looking a guy is, the worse he is in bed, you know? Yeah. Okay, so, I can tell you from my point of view, the better looking the girl is, the more she sucks in bed. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so that's going on here. Charlotte invites Carrie to a seminar for women empowerment. Yeah, because, you know, we need more of that shit. Because Carrie is sounding very pessimistic about dating in general, like the way she was talking earlier in the episode. And of course, you know, Charlotte's always very optimistic about dating, about finding true love, about finding the right guy, you know, but he's got to have a lot of fucking money, okay, and can't have a limp dick, okay, you know, that kind of thing, you know, no standards. And Carrie is very like pessimistic about dating right now because, you know, she's big, moved away, and Aiden dumped her. So, you know, she's just like, oh God, you know. Of course, she did it to herself. So she doesn't want to go to the seminar because she's pessimistic. Charlotte wants her to go so that she can keep her optimism. Okay, so it's a catch-22 for Carrie. All right, she points that out. You know, meanwhile. That's what they're talking about with some ugly guy, and I say he's ugly not because I give a shit, because they pointed out how ugly he was, because remember, they're keeping score, and it turns out that's her editor. That's the one that's been trying to call Carrie, okay? Her editor shows up there, and she's afraid that he's going to chew her out, you know? He's like, no, I don't give a shit about your fucking column, you know, I don't need you fucking everybody in the city to write about sex, okay, like you seem to be doing, you know, right now, you know? No, the reason I want to talk to you, okay, you've been avoiding me, is because there's a publisher that's been trying to contact me, trying to get a hold of you. They actually wanted to publish a book about your column, okay? So now she's all excited. Oh my God, they want to. So I guess that's going to be the theme for this season is Carrie getting her book published. She's going to actually publish a book. She's going to be a published author, you know, legit author, not a columnist anymore. So she's excited about that, but she's scared too. So she meets with these publishers, and it's these two women, and you know who they are. It's Molly Shannon and fucking Amy Sedaris. Okay, you remember Amy Sedaris from Strangers with Candy? She's that crazy old woman, you know, that just got out of prison and is going to high school, a middle-aged woman. And Molly Shannon, of course, you know, married Catherine Gallagher from Saturday Night Live, okay? So they're there, you know, the two biggest nerd girls in Hollywood back then, at that time. This is like 2002 or 2003, 2002. Okay, and they're talking about the book, and of course they're over the top, all excited because they can't get laid either, so they want to read a book about Carrie's misadventures. You know, she's like, this book will be huge because there's so many single women desperate for a book like this. And you're looking at two of them right now. We need to get it on the shelf in time for Hanukkah and Christmas. Right? We need you to write the introduction. You do still believe in Mr. Right, don't you? You still believe that Mr. Right is out there, don't you? And she's like, Carrie's not really sure if Mr. Right exists anymore. She's in a bad place. She's in a bad place. Carrie's not so sure, you know, because if you say no, Carrie, we will shoot ourselves right now. Carrie's like, well, I'm hopeful. And then she sips more of her Cosmo because she's an alcoholic, like they all are. All the women are on this show. Okay, Samantha is like, my boyfriend, my best friend is being published. It's going to be a published author. Oh my God, Carrie, my best friend is going to be a published author. That's going to make me so fabulous. Yeah, because it's all about her. See, all these women are like that. Man, they're supposed to be best friends, and they only care about themselves. Yeah. The only reason these women are even hang out with each other, the only reason these women love each other more than they love men is because they're all there to fucking basically tell you how fucking great you are. To tell Carrie how great she is. That's their purpose in existence. My God. You know, it's like if you're not, I swear to God, Samantha would never be friends with Miranda or Charlotte if Carrie wasn't there. Miranda would never be friends with Charlotte if Carrie wasn't there. Charlotte would never be friends with Samantha if Carrie wasn't there, okay? Carrie's the glue that keeps the four of them together. All three of them think that Carrie is their best friend, you know? And nobody can see through that. It's fucked up. I know why they're doing it, because in real life, the four women are four aspects of Candace Bushell's personality, okay? But, you know, we can't show that here, you know? Okay, so Samantha's like, oh, she's excited how much her prestige is going to be better, elevated by her best friend being a published author, right? So Carrie points out that Samantha doesn't read her column. She's like, if you're so proud of me, how come you don't read my fucking column? And Samantha's like, I'm waiting for the hardback. Newspaper is so yesterday. Books are in today. You know? And Carrie notices the ring on fucking Samantha's finger, like, oh my God, what the hell am I looking at? You know, and she compares it to the Hope Diamond. She's like, what the hell is this? You know, and Samantha tells her this is my it's not the Hope Diamond, it's the Hope He Doesn't Break My Heart Again Diamond. So Samantha's actually showing some vulnerability, which is cool because she's the toughest one. All right. Now, real quickly, I'm going to digress real quickly to explain what I think is going on here with Richard and Samantha, okay? I think, honest to God, why is Richard with Samantha? I'm trying to figure out why he's in love with Samantha, and I think I know what it is, okay? I think he honestly does love her. I think because she is a botched bitch. She's very, very good at her job. She's probably the best publicist that he has ever worked with. Because remember, he hired her. He's her boss. Remember that, okay? I know we forgot, right? But yeah, he hired her. He is her boss. He hired her as a publicist, okay? She's very good at what she does, okay? She's always on her toes. She's very professional when it comes to her work, okay? She takes her job very seriously, which is exactly what Richard expects from his employees, okay? I think that she has a very similar sense of humor that he does. I think he's very familiar with the fucking sex jokes as Samantha is. I think he looks at people as pieces of meat, and so does Samantha. So there's a camaraderie there, okay? And she's an alpha woman, he's an alpha male. So they got that in common as well. So a lot of what they have in common perfectly matches up with each other, okay? So I can understand him not finding a woman like that anywhere else, okay? That's what makes Samantha unique. She's not like your typical woman at all, okay? So I think he has that sort of companionship with her. He has something in common with her, okay? Something primal to his own personality. He's basically dating himself. A female version of himself. And I think that's so rare for him to find someone like that. He doesn't want to let go of someone like that, okay? That's why he cares about her so much. Having said all that, I think that Richard does love Samantha, but he loves her as much as a man like that is capable of loving her, which means that he's going to fuck around on her. No matter what he fucking says, he's going to fuck around on her. You know why? Because his ego is in charge. He's dating her because it makes his ego feel better. Okay? And he's going to fuck other women because that also makes his ego feel better. Okay? And these are two completely different things. Unfortunately, they're not attached to each other. Okay? They're not attached to each other. Okay? By him giving up his heart to Samantha, he feels I'm giving her enough of me. Okay? I'm giving her my heart. Okay? But my dick, nobody owns that except me, and I'm going to put that wherever I want. Okay? It's like the guy that cheats on his wife with a 19-year-old. Okay? Yeah, his wife. Yeah, he bought the house for his wife. He takes care of the fucking kids. He pays all the fucking bills. She don't have to fucking work, okay? He basically, everything in his will is left to her if he dies. So he's already given her everything, okay? At least let him have some fucking variety with who he sticks it in. You know, I'm not saying this is right, but this guys like Richard think this way. I've already given her the most valuable thing I have, okay? And it's not my dick. My dick, I'm going to put that wherever I want. Okay, because she's the one that ultimately I care about, okay? That's what I'm talking about. I think that's what Richard sees in Samantha. All right. So the thesis of this episode is hope a drug we need to get off of, or is it keeping us alive? What's the harm in believing? Okay, so it's about optimism, all right? Charlotte's doing her daily affirmations and she's writing them on the mirror in her bathroom. Like I said, she invited Carrie to go to a seminar. Okay, and Miranda's standing in the rain waiting for Steve to show up with his mom, okay, in front of the church, and they show up late, and he finally meets Steve's mom. Her name is Mary Brady. She's played by the late Ann Mira. If you know who Ann Mira is Ben Stiller's mom. She was married to the late George Stiller, who died last year, Ben Stiller's dad. They are the parents of Ben Stiller. We all know who Ben Stiller is. Zoolander, Night at the Museum. I remember watching Ben Stiller when he was on MTV back in 89 and 90. He had the Ben Stiller show. And then he moved it to Fox and had the new Ben Stiller show on Fox. That was a great, it only lasted one season. It was a great fucking show. Ben Stiller's one of my favorite comedians of all time. That show was with, he was on that show with Andy Dick, who is now fucking, blacklisted in Hollywood. Also with, his girlfriend was on the show too. I forgot her name. You know what I'm talking about. And also Bob Odenkirk was on the show too. Who was a writer for SNL. Then he started doing this, the Ben Stiller show. And now you know Bob Odenkirk as Better Call Saul. Yeah, from Breaking Bad, and now he's got his own show. Okay, yeah. Janine Garofalo. Yeah, Janine Garofalo was his girlfriend at the time. They created the Ben Stiller show on Fox. And I remember that show. I loved it to death. Great. But anyway, yeah, that's his mom. That's his real life mom, Ann Mira. I remember her when she was on Archie Bunker's Place, okay? And she also had a show on HBO with her husband where they reviewed movies. And this is back in the late 70s. I was like the only family on my block that had a fucking cable box, the HBO back in the late 70s. Yeah, and I used to watch Stiller and Mira when I was like fucking a toddler, okay? So yeah, I remember Ann Mira very well. All right. So anyway, so Charlotte's listening and writing her daily affirmations, like I said, blah, blah, blah. She's not happy with meeting Steve's mom. She seems like she's drunk, and she's fucking basically, Miranda calls her Steve with a wig on and drunk, okay? And yeah, basically she is, okay? And she carries a little picture of her grandson, Brady, in her purse, and I thought that was kind of cute. Then she hasn't met the baby. She's upset that the baby's not there, but it's raining, and she left the baby with the nanny. So basically, Miranda talks to the priest, and she marks out all the shit during the baptism ceremony that she does not want. Like, she doesn't want Satan's name brought up or hell brought up or any of that kind of shit. And the priest is fucking acknowledging it. Okay, fine, He's just happy to have somebody getting baptized in his church. Okay. Miranda goes shopping with Carrie later on, and Miranda complains about everything that's going on with the baptism. Carrie's like, "You're a pessimist," and Miranda's like, "Have you met me? Of course I am. Yeah, you are. You're a fucking cunt. Is what you are, Miranda. You're a fucking bitch. Okay, you don't care about anybody but yourself. You complain about the whole fucking world, but you don't want to change yourself in any way." Okay, Carrie's like, "I have to figure out what I am for my book. I need to figure out what I am for my book. Am I a pessimist or am I an optimist?" All right. So Miranda says, "I don't know what to believe in, and my kid is getting baptized." Okay, for me, that's just one less bath I have to give him. That's one way to look at it. And I was baptized too. Okay, mostly I'm doing it for Steve. He's been very good to me lately. For 3 years, and I didn't have to meet his fucking mom until yesterday. Imagine Steve in a wig, okay, and drunk. And she asked Carrie, "Will you be my godmother? Will you be my son's godmother?" Okay. Okay, and by the way, there'll be cake there, so cake is what makes Carrie decide to do it, right? So Charlotte and Carrie, they go to that seminar that some woman's having. It's all women there. I think there's like one guy there, okay? And Charlotte's upset that Miranda picked Carrie to be the godmother and not her. But she's like, "Carrie, you can't handle the responsibility. It's not a joke. You gotta do this right. You gotta do this right. You can't just be a godmother. There's all sorts of things you have to do, and you don't take it seriously." So now she won't talk to Carrie. She's pissed off, all right? And Carrie's trying to talk to Charlotte. Okay, and Carrie says, "I believe in the good in Charlotte, who dragged me to this seminar so that I wouldn't be negative." And that starts to break down Charlotte's walls. Meanwhile, Richard and Samantha go out to eat, and Samantha starts doing this a lot, I guess to piss him off or something, but it's actually turning him on, and he tells her that. And guess what he's wearing? Exactly. All right. So she's been doing that all night long, okay, in front of other people. Okay, and Samantha's sitting there, she's like, you're gonna go to Miranda's baptism. It will be mandatory. And Richard's like, "Samantha, I love you." And then a hot girl walks by and checks him out, but I guess Richard just got the love bug. Okay, I don't buy it, but like I just said a little bit ago. All right, so Carrie is bored in the affirmation seminar. Affirmations every day. Charlotte, they give the microphone to Charlotte, and Charlotte says like, I've been doing my affirmations every day like you say in your book, and it's not working. I don't think it will work for me. And the speaker's like, you know what? I hear fear, and I hear doubt. Okay, you have to believe love to feel love. Your heart will catch up to your head. Just keep doing it every day. And Charlotte's like, but I did find love. And I married him. And had a great wedding and it all fell apart. I'm afraid he took away my ability to believe. I always believed before. I feel lost and hopeless. I try to put myself out there. And you know what? I got to say this for Kristen Davis. She did a really good job acting here. That scene, she was really good. I believed her misery. I believed her suffering in that scene. She did a really good job acting that. Kristen Davis did really good in that scene. And the speaker says, well, perhaps you're not really putting yourself out there. And Carrie's like, no, she's out there. Carrie grabs the microphone. No, she is out there. And the speaker says, like, I mean emotionally and physically. Maybe you're not really looking in a real way. Not really trying. Not really out there. And Carrie's like, believe me, she's out there. So anyway, back to the church. Carrie goes to the baptism. She got this flower in her hair. She looks really good, too. She looks really good. She got this funny flower in her hair. Okay, and she meets the Godfather who tries to hit her. He's like some disgusting, fat, fucking smelly dude who's got some stupid-ass, corny fucking pickup lines. And he's basically what women think all men are. Okay, and she's repulsed by him. He's like, hey, you're the godmother, I'm the Godfather. That kind of fucking shit, He's obnoxious and smelly. And Carrie asks Miranda if she would rather have someone else be the godmother, like Charlotte. And Miranda says, no, I want you because I believe in you. You're nicer than me, and I don't believe in any of this fucking baptism shit, but I do believe in you, so I want you to be my son's godmother, all right? So the Godfather shows up during the pictures. Charlotte takes the pictures, and he puts his hands on Carrie as she's holding the baby while they're doing the baptism ceremony. It's kind of just there to be there. Richard and Samantha are there in attendance, but they're bored out of their fucking mind, So that's going on here. They take the pictures. Samantha tells Richard, there's not enough holy water in the world to cleanse you. Okay, because she's always taking pot shots at his fucking masculinity every chance she gets. Mary Brady, the mom, she goes like, isn't this the most beautiful goddamn Catholic you've ever seen? And the priest overhears her and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, Father. He's a cute fucking kid, though. And she takes the baby away, all right? Richard tells Miranda he was scared because, he's in a church, and Carrie hopes that the holy water will wash away her original cynicism, Miranda hates Richard. Charlotte likes him. So Carrie's baby is her book, and she dedicates the book to Charlotte. And she says, the eternal optimist who always believes in love, okay? And that's how this episode ends, all right? So thank you for watching this review, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.